Feel the magic under Keely's light. Hook in hand, we're gonna start today. Hook in love will show the way.
Hello, I'm Keely Robertson from Hooking Love, and this week's stitch of the week is the block stitch. So this is this week's stitch of the week, and it is the block stitch. Really pretty stitch, nice and easy to work up, and works up quite quickly. The only downside, in my opinion, is lots of ends to weave in. Now, to start the block stitch, I'm going to be using 2 different coloured yarns. I am using a 5mm hook. I'm doing that for the tutorial. I'd actually use a 4mm with this double knit weight, and you are going to chain multiples of 3 and then add 1 on. So that's what I'll do first of all. So I'm going to go and make my chain. So multiples of 3 and then add 1. So here I am. I have chained 22. So multiple of 3 took me to 21, and I've added the extra 1 on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the first chain, and in the first 2 stitches then, so the first, so I'm going to make 2 single crochets. So it's US singles, UK doubles. So I've skipped 1 and then I've done 2 singles. I'm going to chain 3. No, I'm not. I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to skip 2 and then I'm making another single crochet. UK double, US single. Okay. Now I'm going to repeat this all the way along. So again, I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to skip 2 and then I'm going to place my stitch. Just like so. So let me just 1, 2, skip 2, and then a US single, 1, 2, skip 2, and that's a UK double. Same stitch, different names. Now we've actually come to the end. So my chain 2 is there. I'm going to skip 2 and I have 2 chains left. So I'm going to place US single, UK double in each of those chains. So that will then mirror what we have at the other end. So we're going to change colour now. So I'm sorry, I'm going in my back lump, not my back lump, my back hump. There we go, that's gone in now. Going in my back hump. You can choose to do that, you don't have to. I'm going to change colour now. So as I bring this new colour in, I'm going to just do that last pull through with the new colour. Okay. Now at this point you can either chain 3 and turn, or you can turn and do a standing double. I am going to do a standing double. I am going to make a chain, but I'm just doing this as to secure that rather than it being a chain. You can see that there's no chain there. I'm now going to turn. I'm going to place a standing double, but it could be a chain 3. It will count as a double if you do it as a chain 3. So in UK terms, that would be a standing treble. And if you choose to do the chain 3, the chain 3 will count as a standing treble, as a treble, sorry. Now what we're going to do in each of the chain 2 spaces, we're going to make 3 double crochets. So 3 US double crochets, which is the equivalent of 3 UK trebles. And you're not going into the chain, you're going around the chain. So let me just show you. So I've yarned over to start my stitch, and then I'm going into space and back around it. So I'm going to do 3 stitches into there. There's my third, and then I'm going to move on. I haven't chained there. Can you see I haven't chained there? That's silly. I may edit this out. I may just leave it in, because we all do silly things. Right. I wonder how I managed to get to the right place. Oh, talking to myself now. Great tutorial, Keely. So, still in the same place. so back again. Right, so standing stitch, 3 stitches, back on track. Unless I find another mistake, of course. So we're going to do 3 into each one. So this is my second to last set of 3. And obviously, depending on how many you've done, you may already be there. My last set of 3. I'll find my scissors in a moment. So there we go. So now you've got two single crochets, US single, UK double. We're going to skip that one, and in the last one you're placing another double, so that marries up with the end. I want to pull that through to there, and then I need to add on my other colour, but I need to find my scissors, so I'll be back in a moment. Right, so I found them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut blue off, and then I can rejoin. So what we've done then is we've joined there. I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and in that first stitch is going to be a single, and then we're going to make another one in this gap. So that's where the first stitch has gone, so that's where the single is. I'll just pull that a bit tighter. And then this is the gap that's between the end of that set of 3 stitches and then the double that we've just placed in there. So into there we're going to put another single. And then we're chaining 2. And then we're going to skip these 3 and put a single there. So again, we're going into the middle of those. Chain 2, into the middle, chain 2, into the middle, and we're going to repeat this. So you'll see it's very similar to the first row. So this is our row 3. So chain 2, we're going to get to the end. We're going to go again after this set here between that and my standing double, possibly your chain 3, and then you are going to place a single crochet in the top. So US single, UK double, and this is where we're left with. So I'm going to change colour again, so I will just do it on that finish there. So again, I'm going to join the yarn, and I'm going to chain just to connect it. We're turning. Now we're going to repeat this row 2. So from now on in, you are repeating rows 2 and 3. So I will do this I'll do this row repeat with you, and then I'll go away and actually do a few more rows so you can see what that looks like. So I'm going to do 1 and 2 to make that standing, and then I'm going into that chain 2 space again and making 3 stitches in each space. Now, when the class were doing this, I don't think I had anybody that didn't like it, apart from the fact that you were going to have lots of ends that you would end up needing to sew in. Everybody liked the actual stitch. They found the stitch easy to work, but what they struggled with was remembering if they were on row 2 or 3. If you want to, I don't know, if you write the pattern out, so I know some of you will write the pattern out. Whatever you're starting with, oh sorry, I've caught the yarn from underneath. Whatever colour you're starting with is always going to be your odd number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So so my teal colour is my odd number. and the odd number is the smaller of the stitches. I don't know if that helps anybody. I've still caught that yarn. I can't believe it. Right, I'll have to cut that because this is getting ridiculous now, this tutorial. I think the question should be, is can I actually crochet now? It's becoming more of a comedy effort than an actual stitch tutorial. Not happy with that at all. Anyway, don't do what I did and make that mistake. So I'm going to do my third there. And again. I've never caught on this yarn. I've always thought it was okay, but today's obviously not my day with it. 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm sure you're just as delighted as I am that we've come to the end of that one. We're going to skip that first single and into the second single, so UK double, US single, and within that we're going to place another US double, UK treble to finish off. I'm going to change colour again, but I'll just finish that off so I can show you where we're up to. So hopefully you can see how you get this lovely sort of like very neat pattern that starts to show up. I will continue this, hopefully correctly, and come back and show you what it looks like when we've got a few more rows on it. So I shall see you soon. Now here we are, and this is a worked up piece, so you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of the double crochet rounds, so that's UK trebles, and I just think this is a really beautiful stitch. Now for me, the downside, and anybody who knows me will know, the downside is the ends. I could see myself sort of tying the ends in and trying to make them sort of slightly tassel-like. If you are used to mosaic crochet, or you're not, to be fair, you could do an envelope border, which I would be tempted to do, and that would help to cover those ends in really nicely. If you are the sort of person that likes sewing ends in, then this is perfect for you. But here we go. It is a beautiful stitch. I think the colour combinations make all the difference in this stitch. So how you choose your colours and how to do them, I think makes a difference. I think making the smaller stitch, so this darker stitch for mine, in say a black or a grey or a white, or some sort of neutral colour, as I would call it, and then you change using a gradient coloured yarn for this section would be beautiful. Doing the same thing with say a rainbow colour, so changing these and having different rainbows, or changing it and having light blues to dark blues, light greens to dark greens, whichever colour you choose, would look amazing. You obviously could change it the other way, so you keep these colours the same and change these colours, the darker colours. There's just so much variation I think that you could do with this particular stitch. So I hope that you enjoy practicing this stitch, and I would love to see what you do. So in the meantime, happy hooking.